Here's what I'll say in way of argument, Your Honor. The defendant's criminal history is significant, as outlined in the pre-sentence investigation report, and it's escalated over time. So it's relevant to walk through some of that to make a record so the court and everybody here listening today understands the escalation of violence that has occurred, leading the defendant to where he is today. His criminal history began in 1992 when he was 14 years old with his first delinquency adjudication for aiding and murdering. 2 years later, when he was 16, he was adjudicated for carrying a handgun without a license. The following year, he was adjudicated twice, once for possession of cocaine, for which he was sent to the Indiana Boys School, and later for battery. Then he moved into the adult system. He has 12 criminal convictions, 8 of which are misdemeanors, and 4 felonies. And again, the level of violence that he's exhibited has escalated. He was convicted of intimidation, cruelty to animals twice, and battery resulting in bodily injury twice. This level, this pattern, this escalation of violence in this case further indicates the escalating criminality on the part of the defendant. Mr. Moore is lucky to be alive. He was left for dead. His own words, he was left for dead in that dumpster, and he was found just by a passerby. Had that passerby not found him, the outcome could have been different for him. On the night of April 3rd, 2025, Mr. Moore and his friend, Monique Childs, had consumed some alcohol at Monique's house, who was the defendant's former girlfriend, and called it a night, went to bed. Monique went to bed in her bedroom, and Mr. Moore went to bed on the couch. At some point in the early morning hours, Mr. Merriweather comes to Monique's house where he's not supposed to be. He had been told not to be there. Comes in the house, finds Mr. Moore asleep on the couch, and beats him up. Drags him out of the house, puts him in Monique's car, again, which he did not have permission to drive, and drives him to the Pike's Pub. Finds a dumpster behind the Pike's Pub, pulls Mr. Moore out of the trunk of the car. Mr. Moore is still struggling. He's still fighting back. So Mr. Merriweather beats him again in the parking lot, there next to the Pike's Pub, dumps him in the dumpster like a piece of trash, and leaves him for dead. Your Honor, the state has provided State's Exhibits 1 through 5. At this time, the state would move those into evidence for the court to review. The first photograph, Judge, is a photograph of Mr. Moore immediately after he was found by law enforcement in the dumpster behind the Pike's Pub. You can see the damage that was done to him, the beating that was inflicted on him. In State's Exhibit 2, you can see after he's made it to the hospital, he's receiving medical care, and then through 3, 4, and 5, the extent of the injuries that were inflicted on him. And not only that, Judge, when Ms. Childs reports her car stolen and the police arrive, Mr. Merriweather's not there because he's still committing this crime. He pulls up while the police are on scene investigating this. Like, no big deal. The police find blood all over the house. Blood smears on the wall, blood on the floor, blood on a backboard, a basketball backboard that had been brought in from the garage. And then they start looking around in the car that Mr. Merriweather pulls up in, and they find blood smears on the car. That was Dante's blood. They open the trunk of the car, and they find bloody tissue in the trunk, where Mr. Merriweather had put Mr. Moore in there to drive him away and dump him like a piece of trash. And then they find Mr. Moore's credit and debit cards inside the car. They also find a bucket of soapy water. An evidence where somebody had tried to clean up the mess that was